Hey y'all, we back with the coldest winter ever, continuing chapter 7. Hey y'all, this is a long chapter, y'all, so I gotta figure out where I left off at. Okay. She looked into my face nervously and said no, but then I saw the baby bracelet. In big blocks letter, it was engraved Ricky Santana Jr. You lying bitch. You all here to see my father, you fucking whore. Don't come here looking down on my mother like you better than somebody. Look, I didn't say anything to you, so back the fuck off of me. Sweet little Dulcie, 5'2", petite frame, turned into a roaring fire. The kind most of the Puerto Rican girls I know have. If she wanted to fight, I was down for that. What I wasn't going to do was let her post up and act all cute and snotty like she had one up on and over on me. We can take this right outside, I said, threatening her. No, we could do this right here, she said, handing her son to an elderly woman seated next to her. What you want to do? Come on. The guard from the right corner threw himself in between me and her. He smiled and said, ladies, this is a jail. What are you going to do? Kill each other over some bum behind bars? Then Deuce and I both started screaming on him. His response was, I'm going to put both of you out if you don't shut up. Now you go sit on that side, he said, pointing. You on the other side. Me and her exchanged stares. I want her to know I will catch her again, and next time I will have my razor. When I looked at that baby seated on her lap with the jet black curly hair, those big brown eyes, those clothes, and especially that bracelet, I knew it was my father's son. I wonder how much money Dulcie got away with. I bet nobody raided her house. She probably got all kinds of jewels and cash stashed away. Apparently, she still had her clothes, too. There was no telling how much our family wealth she was using up. I became enraged at the idea that he was taking better care of this little bastard than he was of me and his firstborn. Here I was shaming on survival when she was living a life of luxury. Why? Only because she gave Santana the son he always wanted? When Mama came out from seeing Santana, she glanced at the baby boy and threw up her head up in the air. Darcy stood up with the baby, and I guess the old lady was the grandmother or something. They went and stood by one of the guards. Mama asked if I was going to see my father because I was just sitting there motionless steaming. No, not hardly, not today, I told her. Mama straightened Aunt Lorraine's dress. She pulled out a small raised mirror and checked her wig. She patted it insecurely. She shot one look at Darcy. Then she ran her eyeballs up and down Darcy's clothes, grabbed my hand and said, come on, Winter. On the bus ride home, Mama explained the whole thing was just a crazy mixed-up. Santana told her that the entire jail was filled with blacks and Latinos, and a lot of inmates had the same last name. It happens all the time, she told me. Don't worry about a thing. I just listening, feeling sorry for my mother. For the first time in my life, I was mad as hell at Santana. The next morning, I waited in Penn Station for my mama. We were set to see Portia at the group home in Queens. So much had happened the day before that I haven't had time to think about my sister at all. I decided I could pick up some $5 stuffed animals for her. In Long Island, she had a collection of stuffed animals that Santana bought for her every and any place he ever went. At last count, she had 86 stuffed animals. Santana even had special shelves designed for the animals to sit on. There were 3 levels that extended across 4 walls in all directions. Each stuffed animal was seated in an assigned seat Portia gave them. She had a name for each one of them and knew them all by heart. Whenever the twins would sneak into a room to play with them, Portia would know because they could never put them back in the right place. I picked up a Winnie the Pooh because Portia always liked him. I checked for the price. The Winnie was Pooh more than $10. I heard my mother's voice over my shoulder. Yes, that's perfect for your sister. Yeah, I think she'll like it, I said without turning around. When I looked up, I dropped the bed. Mom was completely bald. Her entire head was shaven clean. She had on a leather miniskirt from Aunt Laurie's tasteless wardrobe. Her top was a white learner's type of cheap collection blouse, imitation silk. On her feet were the unforgivable pay less, buy one, get one free $10 shoes. And I'll be back, y'all.